Remington 870. This one needs a little bit of help, some repair work. Got a homemade extension tube. I believe they used the regular original tube cap. Cut it out. Just welded some pipe. Welded a washer on it, which, if it was welded nicely, no problem. These welds here bleed through on the inside, and the shells, spring, follower gets stuck. On an 870, you have dimples in here you have to grind off or drill out. They did that. But it needs to be a little more smooth in there. Otherwise, this whole thing don't matter. Got beautiful wood. Old school paint job. I don't know if it was factory. This is a really old 870. Next issue. That's not right. They must have lost the original pins, so they just put some Allen head screws. That stick out. They don't even really fit. You can hear that. This one pretty tight. This one's really loose. Then you come back to the old Knox. Blackhawk Spec Ops. Top folding. Stock. Used to have more of a rubber pad down at the bottom, or at least a rubber web here. I owned one of these stocks years ago on a Police 870. It's really convenient, but in theory, it's supposed to reduce the recoil up to, I believe they say 65% when you're shooting slugs and high-powered shotgun rounds. Which, owning one of these before, I call bullshit. As you put a 3-inch Magnum good slug in here, this shit rocks your shoulder, because there's nothing there. The cool factor, awesome. Practicability, not so good. As anybody that's ran 12 gauges know, your release for the pump is right here. Well, with a pistol grip, you can't just slide your hand up the gun and rack out a round and drop in another round if you're switching from buck to slug to birdshot to, some dragon's breath, whatever, without taking your hand all the way off and then putting it back instead of just sliding up the gun. On 870s, your safety's here. That works better with pistol grip. But on Mossberg, your safety's up here. So pistol grip on a Mossberg makes no sense to me. I've shot 12 gauges so much that I'm used to a standard buttstock. You can manipulate the gun way faster. I picked this one up. A lady's husband died. She was selling a bunch of his guns to come up with money. I figured I've been kind of looking for a 12 gauge, but there's certain models I was looking for. 870 was one, but I figured if I got it cheap enough that this wouldn't matter, as I ordered I believe it's a Pro Mag side saddle, but it comes with new pins, so that problem will be solved. Side saddle will sit on this side, hold 7 rounds. I'll do a review of that when I get it. Each place you put a shell has its own adjustable keeper. Excellent side saddle, especially for the price that they're selling them for. This one happens to have fiber optic rear, improved cylinder bore, barrel, nice rifle sights, which I really like the barrel. I like the front wood. I have a wood buttstock coming for it. And I'll probably figure out something. I don't know if I'll probably re-camo it. And then leave the wood. I really like the look of this, but I will probably redo this one with the back, so if I can get it to match up stain wise, or the whole thing might get camo. I don't know yet. I don't have much money into it. I knew it was a project gun. I'm going to replace this homemade one with a real Carlson. And the only reason I'm replacing this, I could fix it, grind it up, fix it. But the magazine tube spring is shot in this gun. I'm sure this thing's seen lots and lots of rounds. But it'll cycle 3 and then stuff starts getting hung up and the spring's not powerful enough. So by picking up one of those Carlson kits, I get the barrel clamp with a front sling, new tube extension, so it'll still hold 7. It might hold 8. I'm betting on 7. Won't have none of this difficulty. Comes with an extra power spring, brand new follower that makes sure sometimes there's a gap in between your tube and the extension. And with their design follower, you can have it loaded to the brim all the way up, and it will never get hung up on anything in there. This is Project 870. Trigger housing, internals, everything's flawless in there as far as function. I know a lot of people think these are really cool slings. This guy even did some homemade stippling on it, which is really actually too aggressive. Another thing about this is it came with this kind of homemade 1-point sling. When your hand's up on here, you're gripping this thing. This right here is like stupid. That's like glass sharp. But your thumb rides up in here. And right there, there's a really good edge. It will chew you up. But if anybody wants the cool factor, these are discontinued now. This down here can basically just sand it up, make it not as stupid rough. It'd be a lot better. Depends on how your hand is. If you're gonna hit that, that might be able to be cleaned up and sanded down. But this, I just plan on, this is posted on Arms List. Like, cool factor or not, I'm into 100% function and easy use of the rifle, or shotgun in this case. And I want to be able to just slide my hand up, slide it back, be able to get to this, be able to pull a specialty round off the side and just slap it in if need be. Shotgun's so versatile. I could have some AP incinerators on the side, dragon breath, rubber bullets. Just depends on the circumstance. You never know what you need. If anybody's got any ideas, should I just go all black with wood? Should I just camo it out? Keep the wood, the actual stained and wood color, or should I just camo the whole thing out? Not even worry about refinishing the wood or matching it. Because to me, this would be a just basically home defense trunk gun. I really don't care about the finish. Once it's 100% functional, that's all that really matters to me in a gun. You can still find these on eBay if you want the cool compact factor. They're not cheap. They've been discontinued for years. I think anywhere from $100 to $169 or something stupid. That's Project 870. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stand up for the Constitution, because freedom ain't free.